What's going on, guys? My name is Michael. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, go ahead and click subscribe. Also drop a huge like on this video. Today I wanted to talk about iOS 13 and 3D Touch. So 3D Touch has been on every iPhone ever since way back in 2015 with the iPhone 6s. And that was a headline feature of that phone. And here in iOS 13, we are getting the first hints that Apple is finally phasing out 3D Touch. So 3D Touch is obviously still on people's phones, and their phones can still detect pressure. But with the new software, with iOS 13, it is a lot less prominent. So there are a few benefits of this, and I will talk about that in this video. But first, I just want to show you what has happened with 3D Touch and all the regular gestures and UI navigation that we are used to doing now with iOS 13. So what happens to our app shortcuts? Well, our app shortcuts are still available right on the home screen. All you have to do is press and hold on an app and release it. You'll feel a little bit of haptic vibration, and then you'll be brought into this menu here. iOS 13 is a little bit buggy, so whenever you click on that pane, it kind of glitches out and disappears, but you still get all your 3D Touch actions still the exact same way, except you don't need to 3D Touch on the actual icon. All you need to do is press and hold until you feel a little bit of a haptic vibration, and then this new menu will show up. So we don't lose any functionality here, but to bring up this menu, it still would be nice if Apple enabled the feature that you can still actually 3D Touch on the icon to bring up this menu. Because right now, if I 3D Touch on the icon, it doesn't do anything. I can do the exact same action with a simple press and hold. So a little bit frustrating. I wish phones that still had 3D Touch could still take advantage of the feature. Hopefully Apple brings that back in another beta. So let's go ahead and jump into Safari here. I'll show you what peek and pop now looks like. So if I want to preview a website, again, all I have to do is press and hold on it, and we get this new preview page right here. So something that is really cool is actually every single device that runs iOS 13 gets all these features. So they get the home screen shortcuts, and they also get these previews in any applications simply by pressing and holding. So this looks a little bit different than iOS 12. We have sharing options down here, and we get a preview of the window that we are opening. And like I said, we actually don't need a 3D Touch on this to do it. So we can do this on iPads even if the iPad doesn't have a haptic engine. So again, just press and hold, you'll feel a little bit of haptic vibration, and then release as soon as you feel that vibration, and then you're brought into this menu. So we don't really lose any functionality. It's just a little bit frustrating that 3D Touch has been completely eliminated from iOS 13. Digging through the OS, I was able to find one section where 3D Touch still works and is still functional as a feature. So if we type something in a text field here and we 3D Touch on the space bar, we can move between these letters. It doesn't work with a press and hold. As you can see, it's a little bit slower. So if we 3D Touch, the iPhone still detects the pressure and lets us go into that editing mode a little bit faster. So it doesn't just work with a press and hold. You can also do it with 3D Touch to make it a little bit faster. And I kind of wish Apple would do that on the home screen. So if you want to 3D Touch on the apps, you can bring up this menu a little bit faster, because pressing and holding and waiting for the vibration is just a little bit longer. So I wish they could do that as they have with the keyboard in iOS 13. But also, this might be a bug, and in the later betas, they might be removing the 3D Touch on the keyboard. So you guys can tell me in the comments below if you like 3D Touch and if you are really upset that this change is now implemented in iOS 13, or maybe you thought 3D Touch was a completely gimmicky feature and press and hold, or haptic touch as Apple calls it, is just as good. You guys can tell me in the comments, and we can have a nice little debate down there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I just wanted to make this quick video telling you the updated story of 3D Touch on iOS 13. I got much more content coming on iOS 13, so make sure to hit subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Michael, and I'll see you in the next one.